And 3, a feeling of fellowship with others.
Fellowship of the Ring.
As a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. So, fellowship, that's what we should be doing every time service is over. Go down into the fellowship hall and fellowship while eating, not just eat and leave. Not just get the food and bring it up here and eat away from everybody else. Not
Or
take the food and just leave with it or whatever. But to actually fellowship and get to know people. Because like I was saying with the family thing is that when you talk to people who are like-minded, who have the same goals as you, they may approach it, the path that they're on, a little different than yours. And you may be able to learn perspective from them, of how to care about people that are different than you or different than the way that you grew up. You may learn how to actually approach things differently, learn how to talk to people differently, because one of the goals of being a Christian is to spread the good news, to spread the gospel. If you can't talk to certain people the way that they'll receive it, then you're going to miss out, or they'll miss out rather, possibly, on coming to know who God is. And so that community should be able to help build that up and build up different characteristics in you that can be useful for the kingdom. So, I have a scripture for that as well, and it's Hebrews 10, 24 to 25. And it says, "And let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching." So, as Christ's coming becomes more prevalent and closer, our goal, our job is to... What's up, Greg? Our job is not just to spread the word. That is the Great Commission. That is what all Christians should do.
Yes.
But our job is also to come together and build ourselves up so that we can be strengthened, so that we can learn from each other, so that we can grow and develop. Because we can't be family or community by just being by ourselves.
No.
Right.
You can.
Right? Yo, Greg.
True.
You're up in the air. Are you just saying hi? Are you saying hi? Taxi check, please. Taxi.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
So let's talk more about what community should be for the church. What do you guys think that means? What can you do to benefit your community? To be a community. To be in this community of believers. What does that look like, or what should it look like?
I don't know, probably more prevalent into unity instead of this kind of like we're here but also in our own separate place at the same time.
Okay. What else?
More group activities.
Is Holden here?
Yeah, is she leaving?
No.
Are you leaving?
No.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
Then come on in.
Wait, did you guys?
Oh,
We made you record.
me? Oh, now I have to give you money. We don't invite anybody over to our houses anymore.
See,
I do. I do. Just no one shows up.
Well, so that's the biggest.
Just show up, man.
Dude, that's not necessarily a good thing.
Nah, if I know you're throwing a party, I'm just gonna show up whether I'm invited or not.
I want you guys to talk.
Like every time I
What else do you
throw
guys
in.
see as community of us needing to do in order to be community? This is our theme for the month. The church as family and community. It's hard to be that without knowing it. You guys got anything?
Well, other than a greater sense of togetherness that's
Okay.
necessary.
More group activities. Yeah.
More group activities. Okay. Anything else?
Group, not as in this group as in
Total.
whole group.
Okay.
Totally
And maybe more this group.
Now, we go over for worship, do you consider that to be a community event?
Not really.
Because worship
No.
is still individual at that point, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
It's not like you're all holding
bonding
hands
at
and
all.
singing Kumbaya together.
We
Do it.
posing the possibility.
Next time we go over for worship in 2 weeks, just grab someone's hand and start singing Kumbaya, no matter what song's going.
That's sad. You can't do it.
Start it up, or no, in the middle, in between songs, while they're like moving papers around, or while they're setting up.
As long
Just
as you
do
have
it.
cancer and you have a car,
Or when it's all over, just
and you say you don't want
anyway,
to
I'm
have it.
kidding. Although,
Might be-
but what else? What else can help
Take a picture of that.
us to be a community? Do you feel like it's on you guys? Do you feel like it's on
It's
the adults? Do you feel like it's a mutual thing that's just
it's a
not
mutual
happening?
thing because
I think it's a little both.
it's mutual because there's also, even in the sense of viewpoints between the younger generation and the older generation, they're very different on the interpretations. Similar to how you said you'd learn from a different perspective how things are learned, or how you could even start to learn things a little differently.
Or the other way around, you change their perspectives. A lot of stuff that's done here is done out of, repetitive. Like, this is how it was done. The fact that we don't even have, we barely have this projector that we don't really even use. And we don't use it because it's just traditionally like, I don't know, what are we going to use it for? We could totally do so much with it. When this first came in here, I used it in every message I did. I connected my phone to it through the Wi-Fi. I showed pictures and did random things.
And now we don't need to put up strictures.
Oh, that's a special secret.
Just like those lights that are up there. When you use the projector, start to turn into
I
them.
got a text message from Sarah.
And now we don't even use it for scripture.
But it's 11:55, so normally 12 between 12 and 12:30.
I remember early on when I was in here, we used it all the time.
Nope, it was used
Yeah.
for
That was when it was more.
But
We had a
so
lot
that's-
more
so that's
people.
the thing, though. Sometimes, even
back then.
let me say this though. Even with you guys, with you young people, I'm not even necessarily on the same page because I'm quite older than you. I mean, there's even an age gap between us. So even ideas that Dakota may have, I may never have thought of because I just am not in that mindset. That's another thing about community is that the things were built on community. Things were built on people learning from other people's either mistakes or successes, and we made things better and greater, and we did more because we actually cared to improve ourselves, not just individually, not just to improve me, but to improve us, to improve society. The reason that some of these things even exist, I don't have an example, but you could probably think of almost any modern technology. The reason that they exist is to
Smart
improve
toilet.
life to some degree. It's possible.
That's a thing.
For sure.
And that wouldn't have happened if someone was just thinking of themselves. Oh, I only want, can you imagine if the internet was still only government propriety?
That'd be nice.
We wouldn't have the ability to communicate with people across the world.
I mean,
I know.
We could, but it's
you
cost
could,
more
it would just be a lot slower.
and a lot more money.
We'd go back to snail mail.
So it helps.
Yeah, man.
So
Email so much.
even the premise though behind this community day is just, oh hey, we're gonna put stuff out, and I'm not saying it's bad because it helps bring people to the church, but it doesn't help the church get stronger together. The community day that we're having in Kingston in a couple weeks, I think, is, oh gosh, when is that? Is that this weekend? Is that next weekend?
I'll go check on the board.
It's the weekend after it's the 21st?
Yeah.
It's the 21st.
I don't know.
It is, it's the 21st.
I'm not sure. It's
20,
whenever it
yeah.
happens.
So the community day that's in
I
Kingston.
leave that day.
Anyway, so the community event, the community day that's in Kingston on the 21st is about, it's basically saying, hey, we're the church and we're gonna have music and free food and just
Open
hang
up
out.
to your people.
You guys should come and experience the love of God,
Free food.
right? Which
Free
is
food. That's your
Free
first.
food.
great, which is great. But where's the event
Free food and make
that says, hey, we need to get to know each other and grow in each other. We don't have those here at our church.
We should have
We should. Let's plan one.
only one.
Only one, and then no more after that.
You
But that's-
miss out.
When I think of family, I think of
Should have more barbecues, like.
I think of those movies where it almost makes fun of it, where it's like those families get together and do, like they'll compete against each other.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like who's the better dad type thing?
No, like the whole family, like they'll row across the lake and they have to get to the other side of the lake and they have to do like all these events and stuff, and then they it's like whichever family
Like
wins.
cheaper by the dozen.
I think so. I think so. But yeah, movies. I think of like things like that, or I think of like
So pretty much
family vacation.
we have to
movies
get every
where,
family in the church
where
and
they-
have them
they're all-
compete rowing across the Hudson.
Yes.
Let's do it. I'm gonna bring a motor and stick it up on
That's
the
the
back of the
thing. We
canoe.
guys.
But you start
we
off
have to-
rowing, and then you
we
stick
have
the
to
motor on.
think about what we can do to improve everything, not just ourselves. You know, and invite each other over for dinner, right? Huh? Or hang out with people outside of a Sunday. My wife hates it when I will invite people over without her knowing. And she'll be like, "Why did you do that? You should have at least talked to me." I think she'd be okay with it if I do talk to her. That's just a problem with me.
You like to say with R.
Yeah, it's
You just like to invite people.
I do.
Anytime you
Like
want.
I'll just be like, "Hey, why not? Hey, why not?"
Hey, you wanna come on?
Yeah, but so now we've learned how to actually talk things through. I know, I need to invite you over. Calm down. Calm down.
I see your circle.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Like the whole thing connected. Or was that your mom?
That was when I was a kid. I'm not going back in time just to show you my place.
Yes, we are. Road
Speaking of
trip.
that, though, so I also looked it up just because I thought
Probably
it was cool. The word
drug addict.
family in sign language. Anybody know? Nobody's here knows sign language.
I don't know sign language.
I know it now.
Whoa.
Do you at least know how to say, "Where's the bathroom"? Do
Chill.
you at least know how to tell someone where the
No.
bathroom is?
Oh, did Lydia say silent?
Never stop.
Olivia, no.
Lydia.
It's an
I just want to
F.
learn Rickroll
Yeah,
in
It
sign
goes around
language.
in a circle because it's well the F is for family.
F F family who makes
But
us
it goes around in a
happy.
circle because it's a
For
group
you
of people that
and
are together. This is family. So
I know what. Ready?
What does that mean?
Oh, you alright?
That's completely different.
I know, but like, I got
Anyway,
the rampage.
I thought it was cool because it
I
showed.
got the rampage, and now I got the sign language thing.
I don't know. I only know one thing
I
sign
can't deal with
language.
you, Olivia.
I don't know
I
anything.
thought it was cool because it showed. Come on in.
We're talking about sign language.
Yeah,
My teacher.
because there are no female youth leaders here today.
You guys are just talking?
So we're just
Yeah.
having